Welcome to a work week in my life. I have already written my to-do list for the day and it's looking pretty gross. I have a balance sheet review that I need to do that's due today, and ordinarily it would just be my section, no big deal, but my manager asked me a couple of weeks ago if I would do another section for a teammate who's working on a different project, and I said yes. So I have to figure out how to get both of these done and get them turned in today. And then I also need to do some match set review because one of our, because we have an IT team that's kind of helping us figure out how to make one of these reconciliations go a little bit smoother and a little bit faster. And they've done some work in Blackline that I need to review to make sure that it's actually gonna work. And then I need to do my laptop swap because you guys, let me see if I can find this email. Our IT department is really like, they're on a new one. Look, our shipping records indicate that you've been in receipt of your new computer for more than 10 business days. Way to call me out. They want me to send it back, and then they're saying they're going to turn my old laptop off in 10 days and charge my department. I just want to know who actually has all this time to do their laptop swap. You know, they sent it to me during a really bad time. I just had other things that took priority, and then it was month end, and I'm just like, so at some point this week, I really just need to chunk out like maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5 to go through everything on my old laptop so I can send this thing back, because this is really annoying. They did leave a little blurb down here that says that what did they say? Oh, please respond to this email to alert us if there is an issue in shipping the old hardware back immediately. Well, so from another coworker, I know that he was having issues with journal uploads, and he's still having issues with journal uploads on his new laptop, so they let him keep his old one. So that is on my list of things that I also need to test, because what am I gonna do if I can't upload into Oracle? You know what I mean? But to catch you guys up, I didn't film at all last week. I was just beside myself and tired. I felt like I was just running around doing so many things, trying to do so many things. I put a ton on my plate last week, and I was just like, I can't manage anything else. And somehow or another, I worked it out so that I could have like a no day on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, all I did was loaf around on my couch. I watched so much TV, but I really just needed a day where I was just like not doing a single thing. And then Sunday, yesterday, I did some more laying around, but I also did some laundry and a little bit of cleaning. So I'm feeling better, and I had a really, really good night's sleep last night. I had every intention on going to the gym this morning, but let me tell you how daylight savings. My alarm went off at 6 a.m. and I was like, the devil is doing his work, not today. Like, I could not peel myself out of the bed to go to the gym. So I'm gonna like try to reset and aim to go to the gym tomorrow. I did go ahead and make myself a chai latte this morning because I've really just been craving warm drinks. To be honest, it's hot outside. Not hot per se, but it's like 61 degrees and we're in November. And it's a little bit concerning because last week it got up to 80. So I don't know what's going on, but my body has just been craving warm drinks. So I have this. And then I also cooked strawberry Pop-Tarts. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my breakfast, get into my tea, and get this work done because I procrastinated and this is 100% my fault. So I will check with you guys later. Today has already been quite the riot. I need to just take a break. And at this point, I'm forcing myself to take this break because, hold on. I was just sitting there getting like extremely frustrated, and I mean, full disclosure, I think some of it is my fault for waiting until the last minute, but also when you're working on a project with people and you need certain files in order to do your portion, but those files aren't there, it's just like somebody is sleeping on the job. It's just been like a super hectic day. I don't have it in me, and I'm also hungry. And then I came in here to get something to drink, like refill my water bottle, and my water is still back on. Oh my gosh, it's back on! I guess it only seems fair that I reversed my attitude then, because I was really annoyed that the water, well, they had sent an email early this morning saying that the water was going to be shut off for like some work or whatever, but it was supposed to be back on at 2 o'clock, and at 2 o'clock it was not on, and now it's like 2:45. So I was like big mad and irritated about it, but it seems to be on now. So I'm gonna pull my lunch out. It's just leftover spaghetti and cornbread, and I'm gonna have it with a Capri Sun per usual. But also I need to do kind of like my weekly reset around the house, and I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna take the full hour today. I don't know. I'll probably give myself some close like 45 minutes to take a break. And in the meantime, in between time, before I heat up my lunch, I think I'm just gonna do a couple of those quick little tasks, especially since my water's back on. Additionally, I don't wanna hear anything about this closet, okay? It's been going through some things as of late that I'm working on. That is actually a donations box. So I've been trying to clear out some things, but it's just, I use this laundry closet for like everything that does not fit anywhere else, and it's recently decided to be a problem. I could have sworn I had another pillowcase, but I really don't know where it went, so I'll worry about that later. I know I have extras in the closet. I just wanted to pull those off and get those in there. My bad. I'm for sure about to watch an episode of Dairy Girls. I think they're 25 minutes long, so just enough time for me. And this show is so freaking funny. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen it, check it out on Netflix. The sun is going down and I'm still at my desk. Oh my God. I'm laughing, but like none of this is funny. So I originally had this project that was due today. Earlier today, my manager sends an email that says, hey, you guys send it in by noon tomorrow. And I'm like, woo, because you know, my section is just taking me long enough. Like I haven't even started on the other section yet. So then not even 2 minutes afterwards, my coworker sends an email and is like, so the thing that I have to do depends on XYZ, so try to get it in by the end of the day. I've been pecking at this for at least 3 hours already, and it didn't really hit me how long it's been since I've done this second section. It's been a year, by the way, until maybe like an hour and a half in, where I was just like, I don't understand why it's taking me so long to do this, because you don't really know how to do it anymore. After a year, you really don't know anything. And she gave me some grace and was like, okay, well, you know, I appreciate what you're doing, so just get it to me as soon as you can. I definitely underestimated how long it was gonna take me to finish my other coworker section, because no shade, I did mine first, okay? But I say all that to say, I'm gonna give this another 25 minutes, and then after that, I am done for the night. Hey y'all, so I haven't really said a peep at all this morning. I woke up early to go vote, which the queue for me was only 45 minutes and that was amazing. And then ran through Starbucks because I'm out of almond milk. But since then, I have just been plugging and chugging away at my computer for hours. It's now 2:15 and I haven't taken a single break. I ended up getting the work done yesterday that I was working on. I'm sitting here like looking at my planner trying to figure out what it is that I want to do, because I need to force myself again to take another break today, because there's more work that I need to do, and like there's a part of my brain that just wants to sit here and get through it so I don't have to worry about it. but also I need to recognize that my brain is extremely tired. Yesterday, I was looking at spreadsheets of 500,000 lines, and today has been more or less the same. I really want to go to the gym. I just have like something, like I need to sweat, you know? I have not been to the gym in a week and a half, and I feel like my body is just craving some kind of a workout. And then I also feel like on my list I had some like zone cleaning to do today. So I think I might actually start my break with that. It's gonna be in my kitchen, and then swap clothes, go work out, and then lucky ducky me, I have leftovers that I can eat for lunch, so I don't have to worry about allocating time to cook myself anything. So I feel like I just made myself a plan, so let's go.
Best way to cook the things you want to eat. My name is Chris Yang.
So annoying. I set a timer for 30 minutes and I literally only got through the fridge because I just spaced out and just started taking my time instead of attacking it as like a hurry up and get it done type of thing. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna go do my workout because I think that takes priority over digging things out of my freezer. I'll deal with that later. Another late work day for me. I just logged off and it's 6 o'clock. This is not at all how my regular work weeks go, y'all, but it just seems like this week, everything that I'm working on is taking an extremely long time to get through, which is also contributing to this small headache that I have right now. I've just been spending, like these past 2 days, been spending really long stretches of time at my computer without getting up to walk around or anything. And my eyeballs are just like, girl, you're trying me. So I did take something, but I'm just gonna sit here and veg out for a little bit. I don't have anything that I really have to do tonight, which I love that for me, but also I need to edit because I've been really slacking on my editing. I just feel like I've been so like mentally drained after work or just having long days out, and I just haven't had the energy to do anything else. So I'm gonna try and not let that monster get to me tonight and get some editing in. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm officially 3 minutes late for the gym. Y'all, I woke up with just enough time to like throw clothes on, but then I forgot my water. And then I forgot I needed a headband today. And then it's just, you know, stupid things that I was forgetting because I'm not in the habit of going to the gym. So I'm a few minutes late, but God bless my coach because we're tight. So he'll still let me come into class. He won't like ding me for being late or anything because he sees that I'm trying, and I deeply appreciate that.
Knew you was different from the start, love. How you learn, they never taught love. You keep it peaceful and equal, I'm used to wars, love. Hard love, I'm used to trauma, used to drama. Got a list of bad exes, plus I got a baby mama. Still you keep it solid, put that on my mama and them. Way you build me up, you probably add an extra accommodation, destination, running to a flight. We ain't never coming back, I hope you didn't pack light.
I need to figure out what I'm gonna make myself for breakfast because I am hungry and I really want a hot drink, but I have just a tiniest bit of almond milk left, which is definitely not enough to make a latte or anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is just drink regular hot tea and then use a little bit of this milk and make oatmeal. Just cook the oatmeal in water and then thin it out with almond milk because I do have oats here. I can make pumpkin oats. Yep, I can do that. Okay, let's do that. While I'm getting this together though, I am so happy that I went ahead and went to the gym because that workout today was really good. By all means, my legs are gonna be dead tomorrow, but I'm happy I went, like really happy that I went. And I have plans per usual to go tomorrow. Okay, that was half a cup of oats, 1 cup of water. I'm gonna add some salt in here. And then I have pumpkin pie spice, which actually I've been wanting to make a pumpkin pie for the last several days and just haven't done it. So I know I'm probably gonna need to make some more pumpkin pie spice because this is definitely not gonna be enough for the pie, but it's a half teaspoon of like homemade pumpkin spice. I just found a recipe online. I'm gonna do a tablespoon of maple syrup. I opened a can of pumpkin a couple of weeks ago and I knew I wasn't going to use all of it, so in a little ice cube tray I made little pumpkin squares, and these are about a tablespoon each. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons in my oatmeal and see. Might be too pumpkin-y, might not be, I don't know. But I'm just gonna put this on the stove, and I cook my oatmeal like super low and slow. So it's gonna take probably like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'm gonna leave that there and let that cook while I get started with the workday. And then I need to drink one of these. And I really don't like this green ginger tea, but I'm just gonna have another one. All right, this is what it looks like after about 20 minutes, and I'm literally just gonna pour in the little bit of almond milk that I have left. I also just went ahead and dumped the rest of that pumpkin pie spice in there because it just really wasn't a whole lot left. So I'm just gonna stir this up, and then I've got to jet to a meeting, so I'll let you know how it turns out. Like a 2-minute intermission before my next meeting, but I did have to run off mid-call and get the maple syrup because it just wasn't sweet enough. It was tasting literally just like pumpkin, but I added a tablespoon and that was just a touch too much. So this is just a touch sweet for me, but it's good. So if I made this again, I would probably do 1 cube of pumpkin so I could stick to the tablespoon of maple syrup. I think when I added that second one, I didn't account for the fact that I would need to sweeten it just a touch more. So I'm gonna finish it though. It's not terrible, but gotta go, another meeting. Peace. No time like the present to make lunch. I am currently crafting my Lunchables. I was on a call with my manager, but got cut short because of prior lunch plans. So I figured now is the perfect time for me to come out here and run a few errands. I really wanted to get some fresh air today during my break anyways, because I feel like the last 2 days I've just been in the house all day. But I am pulled up here at CVS, and then I need to go make a return at Party City. And then I think there was one other stop that I need to make, but as of right now, I'm not really remembering what that stop is. So I'm gonna sit in here and smash my Lunchable real quick before I go into CVS. While I'm doing this, just out of curiosity, I know Lunchables are for children, but honestly, during my work days when I just need something quick versus not eating at all, Lunchables are a perfect solution to that. But my question is, are you a crackers, cheese, meat person or a crackers, meat, cheese? Let me know. I feel like people like what they like. I just feel like it's easier to eat like this because I don't have to worry about Getting the meat juice on my hands, if you will. Delightful. I had no idea that King Arthur has pizza flour. Very interesting. It's officially time for dinner, so cook with me, why don't you? So tonight's recipe is brought to us by none other than Ayesha Curry. This is her book, The Full Plate, and the recipe we're making is the pancake battered coconut shrimp. Should look like this when we're done, and you guys, I've made this several times and it is absolutely delicious. So I have already got all of my stuff prepped for the most part. Let me scoot you in closer, Moshe. Recipe calls for 1 pound of shrimp. This is a little bit less than that because I just don't need all that. And then a 1/4 cup of pancake mix goes in here. I put a little bit less than a 1/4 cup, but the pancake mix that I'm using is this one here. And then it goes on to say 3/4 cup pancake mix, 1/2 cup of sweetened coconut go in here with some dark ale, 1/2 cup, 1 egg, and a little bit of salt. So in here, I already have my pancake mix and I'm using 2 kinds of coconut. I mixed 1/2 and 1/2 of unsweetened and sweetened coconut because the first time that I made this, it was just a little bit too sweet for my liking, so I cut the sweetened coconut with the unsweet. But I have that in here. I just need to add ale, which I'm substituting for Coca-Cola because I just was not in the mood to drink beer today. And then I have some of the coconut just on a plate because it's kind of like a, you know, wet, dry batter situation. I'm gonna crack my egg in here. Also made this using regular seltzer water. I just didn't have any, and I also completely forgot to buy some when I was at the store earlier. 100% my bad. And I also forgot to add the salt. Recipe calls for 1/2 teaspoon. So I'm just gonna throw a little salt in that thing and give it another mix. I have shrimp here, and what the recipe says to do is basically coat your shrimp in the pancake mix. And I just kind of took a guess on how much pancake mix this was. If it's not enough, then I'll just pour some more out of the bag. But I'm gonna just pour it over my shrimp and give it a good toss. And then you take a piece of shrimp, you dunk it in here, and you press it in here, and then you fry it. So I already have my oil going. I feel like I said that already, but I'll just do a couple as an example before I get my whole little station going. I'm going to dip into the wet. Press it in with my dry finger and pull it out. And this is basically rinse and repeat. LOL when you forget to hit record. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and run it back with the second batch. You just drop your shrimp in there, covered in the coconut. And like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason to how this stuff is covering your shrimp. You could cover it as heavily or as not heavily as you would like. And you just cook them until they're golden brown. Shrimp cooks super quick anyway, so be mindful of that. All right, I will say that if your ratio of sweetened coconut to unsweetened is a little bit high, like on the sweetened side, it will look like your coconut is burning, but it's not. There's just added sugar in the sweetened coconut that'll make it appear that way, but it's still good. I mean, of course, obviously, if you don't like super duper burn it, it'll be fine. And I don't have a spider, so I end up having to go back and scoop out the pieces of coconut that got left behind. Right on out of here. At least as much as I can. It ain't perfect, but it works. I'm going to make a pumpkin matcha latte today, and it all starts out with about 2 ounces of water. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this in the microwave while I'm working on everything else. This really comes together quickly, but while this is going, I'm going to scoop my matcha in here, and I'm feeling like I need a little extra. Pumpkin cube. We have milk, baby. Water is basically boiling, and I think this is actually too much. Yeah, this is almost twice the amount of water that I need, so I'm just going to pour some, and then I'm just gonna whisk it good. I like to get my froth going, and then 2 ounces of water, kind of like a matcha shot, with 10 ounces of milk will give you your tall. Then I just pop one of my pumpkin cubes in. I don't have any pumpkin spice because I used the rest of it yesterday, but it's totally fine. I'm gonna make it do what it do anyways. Again, with maple syrup. It's a tablespoon plus just a little. Just a little. You know what? I'm gonna add a little salt to this today. Ooh, and you know what? I don't have pumpkin spice, but what I could do is add a little cinnamon. I think ginger goes in pumpkin spice. I guess we'll find out today. A tiny bit of allspice. And I'm just gonna pop this in using the beverage button on my microwave until that gets hot. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep on frothing. All right, I also have this handy dandy hand frother that I'm going to use. And by now, the pumpkin, it's in there. Like it's mashing. I don't know if you can tell, but like at the bottom it's mashing. So I'm just gonna whisk it good. Ooh. And I've got to be careful because I should have definitely used a bigger cup for this, but it's fine. Okay. That'll do it for me. Matcha shot first, followed by steamed milk. Trying not to make a mess. A little heavy. All right. Cup not as big as I thought. But that is good. All right, I'm just gonna drink the rest out of the measuring cup. That foam though. Love the egg yolk, but honestly, my favorite way to eat eggs and rice is to just mash everything up. Oh my gosh. I don't know how, but it is like 4:56 right now. And I'm about to log off because I am done with this work day. And today is my Friday. So I'm about to clean up this absolute disaster. You know what, before I do that, I actually have a little bit of an explanation for what happened. I'm gonna try to give you the short version. So several weeks ago, I put in a work order for my garbage disposal because I had noticed it had been leaking. Nobody ever comes. I hear absolutely nothing. Then we get a notice that says that they're going to replace the air filters. Well, that day comes, and for whatever forsaken reason, I'm not here. I'm legitimately here all the time because hello, this is where I work, but I happen to not be here that time that they came. So I come in and I'm like, okay, well, did they replace the filter? I go check. They did not replace the air filter. So I go into my kitchen like usual to get me something to drink, and I notice the little splash guard from the sink where the garbage disposal side is lifted up and it's sitting in the basin. And I'm like, okay. I look in my counter, no note, no nothing. So I call the leasing office and I'm like, so obviously somebody was here, but I don't know who and what they actually did. Nobody has any idea what's going on. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me just not lose it. And I just put everything back, clean it up. And I'm like, you know what? I've just been making do with my little jar situation. So I'll just keep doing that for now until I just don't want to do it anymore. And then I'll have a reason to be upset. So after that, you guys, it has been weeks and nobody has called me back or anything about this stupid garbage disposal. Today, out of the absolute blue, I'm here busting chops, doing some work. Maintenance is at the door. And he's like, oh, I'm here to replace your garbage disposal. And I'm just like, oh, you are? Nobody told me or anything. Anyways, so because it was so abrupt, I have stuff that I store up underneath my kitchen sink. So I was like, hey, can I get a little bit of time? I need to move the stuff out of the way, yada, yada, yada. He's like, cool. So I stop what I'm doing. I move all the stuff out and kind of clear a path for him. So he doesn't have to touch anything while he's in here. He just work in his area and leave. He comes back and I offer him some shoe liner things because I do not wear outside shoes in my house, y'all. Here's the thing. I give them to him and he puts them on outside. So I'm already just oh my gosh, somebody help. Did he just really do that? And he's back there doing whatever. And I'm still here because I have to get my work done. So I'm still working or whatever. And he finishes up. And as he's leaving, he has on gloves. I can visibly see his gloves are wet. Do y'all know that this man reached for my door handle with them dirty gloves on? So I'm just I'm sitting here just utter shock. I really don't have time to be dealing with this right now. And I get up just to I don't know why I got up. I just got up and I'm walking this way and there are footprints on the floor. And so I walk around, they're leading directly into the kitchen, and I get into the kitchen. And matter of fact, you know what? Let me just show you, because somebody gonna say I'm lying. Okay, I know the lighting is bad or whatever, but footprint, footprint here, footprint there, and it's just tracking into the kitchen. And then would you look at this? Would you look at this? He just left all of this stuff. And I'm just does maintenance, are they not supposed to clean up before they leave? You know, I don't want to be the person that's overreacting, but this is coming from somebody who had absolutely zero intentions of mopping the floor today, let alone having to disinfect the kitchen area. So I am 38 hot right now because not only have I worked a long day and my brain is just absolutely finished, I have to summon the energy to clean this stuff up because I'm not dealing with this tomorrow. So, oh my gosh, Somebody has to cut me a break. At some point, somebody has to cut me a break. Anyways, let me clean up my desk space, and then I guess we gotta clean up now. This was lunch today. Just candy. And then I had some Cheez-Its. Gosh, this is so sad. Okay, I don't like how this is working. There's actual like particles and stuff on the floor in here, so I'm just gonna go in with like a dry paper towel and kind of like sweep them up or whatever, and then go ahead and get my disinfecting situation mixed up. It's literally just water, bleach, and Tide, and wipe down all of the counters. I know he touched the light switch. Honestly, I'm just gonna wipe down everything because I don't know what he touched in this general area. I'm also gonna bring this up because this is what infuriates me. I left several sheets of paper towel out here for him to use in the event that things got messy, and I was fully expecting him to ask for more, but obviously he didn't use them. He didn't use the paper towels. Oh my God, okay, 10 out of 10. This looks a lot better. I got all of my stuff back up underneath the cabinet. I actually also went the extra mile and took a chance to declutter all of my plastic bags and kind of like put everything where it was supposed to go and throw away some stuff that was actually trash in there. So I guess all wasn't lost, but I'm still annoyed. So now let's do the floor. I definitely took a short break, but I'm about to use a steam mop that I've never used before. Like I was talking about, it's the Shark. I'll have to put the model number somewhere in the description box, but first step, it says to pour water into this little tank thing, and it says to use distilled water. So I just got some filtered water from the faucet, and to pour it in here. While I'm doing this, another note, it says specifically to not put cleaning products in here, and that I guess it's just supposed to steam and sanitize the floor with just water. I don't really know anything about that life, so what I did decide to do was, before I turn this on, or well, after I turn this on, and before I do the pass on the floor, I'm gonna spray some of this on the floor. It is Lysol hydrogen peroxide multi-purpose cleaner, kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria with zero bleach. And I'm going to see if that works, because it also says you're not supposed to bleach these little pads that it comes with. So, yeah, let me plug it in and see how this thing works. When you're using the mop for the first time, it might take longer than 30 normal seconds to start steaming. Okay, well, I'm gonna start over by the front door, and then I'll bring you guys back when I get to the kitchen because the lighting is better over here. Okay, so this thing is doing something. This is the other side of the rag that I use like from the front door leading up to the kitchen. So I'm about to do the actual kitchen floor. And this kitchen floor hasn't been mopped in like a week, and I also fried seafood last night, and I know I got some grease and stuff on the floor, so I'm very curious to see how dirty the other side of this pad gets. So I did go ahead and put it on the scrub. It is so hard to hear, I'm sure, but I went ahead and put it on the scrub side for the kitchen, so let's see. Okay, I thought I was just gonna be able to get right on going, but I'm having trouble here. So it says you can clean with both sides, but I feel like when I had it turned on, the steam was coming out the top instead of coming out the bottom. So I've just let this sit for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna manually take off this pad and flip it around so that when I'm steam mopping this direction with the buttons facing out, because I'm confused. Second thought. So I just pulled the pad off and I see these little dots in here, and they repeat on both sides. So I guess this whole time steam was coming out of the top. I just wasn't paying attention to it. So you would just, in theory, be mopping with your unit in reverse, which I guess is fine because the handle's still comfortable. They have this rubberized grip that goes from the front all the way to the back. So yeah, that makes sense. But since I've already taken it off, I'm just gonna flip it myself. I'm also hungry and I feel like Chick-fil-A. So we need to go and get this done. It's super easy. I will tell you that. It is gliding on this floor like nobody's business. This is cute. And honestly, I feel like it beats getting out a bucket to do a quick mop. This is very interesting. Okay, so both sections of this floor have not been mopped in about a week because I skipped mopping on Monday. I just didn't have time, and then as the days went on, I just didn't feel like it. This is what the mop pad looks like from like the front entryway leading up to the kitchen. And this is what the kitchen side looks like. This is so suspicious, but like in a really good way, because it makes me feel like my other mop was just not doing its job, you know, like it doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, it isn't, okay. To be fair, that is a high traffic area, but so is the kitchen, and we don't do outside shoes inside anyways, so I am a little bit confused on why there's more dirt on this side than there would be in the kitchen. I was literally expecting this to be gross, and it's really not that bad. So, I will be keeping this steam mop. Hands down, I will be keeping it. The whole spraying before you mop thing, I mean, I can live with that because I don't have to carry around a bucket or dump a bucket or squeeze out a mop afterwards. You know, like I'm willing to give and take in that department. I'm just gonna have to figure out if I wanna keep using that spray or if I wanna do like Pine Sol or whatever in a spray bottle and spray as I go, because I really enjoy the smell of Pine Sol. But yeah, that's gonna conclude my TED Talk about why I feel like you should buy a steam mop if you don't already have one. Now I need to go find something to eat and come home, because I think I'm just gonna watch Enola Holmes 2 again, because why am I leaning down like this? Oh my gosh. Because I really enjoyed that movie and I just need to chill. It's been quite a work week.
Thank you for choosing Chick-fil-A. How may I serve you?
Hi, I have a mobile pickup order for Janetta. I need to add a... Okay, is it possible to add a cookie?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Come on, girl. I appreciate you because I forgot. I deserve a treat today. Okay, slight change of plans. Y'all, I am whooped, okay? I am feeling and looking like the week that I have had. And after I eat this, there is no way that I'm gonna be able to stay awake and watch that movie. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you made it through your work week looking a little bit better than me, girl, okay? But I will catch you guys in the next one.